mood in that locker room now that bowl contention is kind of out the window, and just what do you guys? What's on the mind? What's kind of the team mentality?
I would say the mind, headspace, mentality of the team is the same as it was last week. You just got to come to work, grind, and we play to win every week. We got a coach who's gonna bring it every day, from Coach Aguano down to Coach Slocum to Coach Rob to Coach Claiborne. They're gonna bring it every day. So if you ain't with it, I mean, at the end of the day, you got to be. You got no choice.
You're playing for some seniors this week. Are you having conversations about that, or are you thinking about that, or what's the mindset?
This is my second senior night, so it hit the same as it hit last year. It's the last one in your home stadium, and you always want to go out with a win. Just gotta win. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully these young dudes who do get out there and play know that we ain't trying to lose our last one here, and trying to go out with a win. Sun Devil Stadium smiling. That's what that's about.
What's been the experience, difference from last year to here, and the difference here, and what has been your experience at this school this year?
Man, my experience here has been it's been an interesting one to say the least. It's been a very interesting, almost a year now. Just ups and downs, coaching changes, but all those different things just build character, build morale, honestly it builds a stronger bond for the team itself. On the outside looking in, it's probably like, man, those dudes don't care. They hate each other. They da. Man, this is a locker room. Everybody cool. Everybody like each other. Families fight, families argue, but families love each other, and that's the feeling in that locker room that I've got this year. It's definitely a bunch of guys that I met this past year that those dudes are lifelong friends for me. T.J. Pesafea, Kyle Sully, Mike Matus, the Merlin Robertsons, all those older guys that I've been able to play with. Man, they just who brought me into their family and let me feel a part of it. Those dudes that we're gonna be at each other's weddings. Stuff like that. So that's definitely I made some friends here and definitely guys that I appreciate.
Is that the kind of thing that keeps you guys battling no matter the circumstances?
I mean, when you look to the right of you, like I said, you see TJ. He gonna fight. Look behind me, Kyle Sully calling the plays. I see Jordan Clark back there. I see Chris Edmonds, Corey Bentley, Ed at corner. Rose. All those guys that I'm naming, bro. We fighting for each other, we playing for each other, and I love playing with those guys.
What was the message like in that locker room at halftime? Obviously, you guys have a rough first half, but going ahead and holding under 70 yards in that second half should keep them off the scoreboard. What was the discussion like in there?
Man, we went in the locker room and threw some stuff on the board and just figured out what we had to fix, and just came out with a mentality that we ain't gonna fold. We ain't gonna let y'all just run up the score on us and just do as y'all please. And I think that's what showed. We shut them out in the second half. Still took an L, unfortunate, but we want to go into these next 4 quarters that we play and shut those guys out too.
What were some of those things on that board and those things that you did fix?
The things we fixed were just fitting those run fits better. Linebackers hitting where they're supposed to be. Us having more gap integrity. Just certain things like that. On the back end, eliminating those explosive plays, the explosive passes, and it's real simple, bro. We just got to play the defense that we know we can be.
Looking ahead to next week, not that we're looking ahead, but
Oregon State or next week?
Next week to the last rivalry game. You're new to this rivalry, but I'm sure you've had rivalries.
Yeah,
definitely. You were at Miami, you had Florida State or whoever.
Yeah.
So can you feel that sense of that rivalry, or not really, since you haven't been part of it?
From what I've heard, man, every Arizonian talks about this game. It's one of the biggest games around, and it's bragging rights for the state. So that's obviously something I want. My lone year here, I definitely want to go up there or go down there, wherever the hell they at, and just beat the people. So, do our thing.
What does Oregon State do offensively?
Their offensive line moves quick. They work cohesively. They're a pretty tall unit. They got 3 good running backs, 3 very good running backs. Can't name the numbers off the top of my head, but 6 is a very good one. A quarterback who can get the ball where it needs to be. He's going to take his reads and get the ball where it needs to be. And they got their couple boots and explosive plays off their runs that they run so much. So stretch team, we just got to do what we got to do. I really don't care what they do,
You have to look out that Jack Coletto kid is a beast, and he does a lot of different things. You have to be aware of where he's at.
12.
Yeah.
Okay, see, yeah. Number 12, yeah, he's definitely another gadget they got. So we'll be keying for him, seeing where he's at, for sure.
Have you put together the kind of season that you were hoping for? Now, team goals might not necessarily be there, but you individually? I guess
individually you could say this. Shoot, I might pace the country with these tackles. And I probably I know for me personally, I think this is the most I've had in my career tackle-wise, like total tackle-wise. So playing some real good football under Coach Rod, and again, I just want to. That's an appreciation of Coach Rob, just believing in me and giving me them opportunities to be out there and play as much as I can, and he definitely, man, I love that dude. He showed me a lot of stuff this year that I'm appreciative. Just not even just on the field, just off the field, just the conversations we have, the personal conversations we have, just talking about life and just hella things. Just that dude's definitely helped me, and it shows on the field. It shows on the field with the product that I've kind of been able to put out there. I've left a lot of plays out there, missed a few big ones, but. Never satisfied is the moral of what I guess I'm trying to say. And ultimately, I wanted to win. We haven't done that, but we got senior day coming up, which is a must win. And we got, like you said, we got to go down, up, down, wherever the hell they had to Arizona, and that's another must win. So that's what I really want to do.
How do you feel that, talking about Coach Robert, obviously you came in, he's looking at you, you have a lot of strengths, but how do you feel that he helped your strengths grow?
It wasn't even necessarily the strengths, man. Like I said, one of the first things Coach Rob told me was all the stuff I did wrong. He didn't even praise me on, you're this, you're that, you're so. Nah, he just told me you don't do this, you don't do that. You're not good at this, but I could show you how to do it. I could show you where you can improve, and that's what he's done for me. I'm sorry, what was the question? Did I answer the question? Okay, yeah. So that's where Coach Rob lies. He's definitely just elevated my game in many ways. Just working my hands, being able to shed these blocks, my pass rush technique, just a bunch of things that may not necessarily show up on the stat sheet sometimes, but they show up when it matters.
He was one of the main reasons you chose AC, right?
Definitely, one of the sole reasons for sure. Just because I wasn't, not that I wasn't used to it, but that was a coach who, like I said, he came in with all the negatives. So when he came in with all the negatives, I almost took it as a challenge. Like, he's challenging me, and maybe that was a little mind trick he played on me to get me here, but it worked for sure, and it worked out for both of us.
After the UW game, you were really looking to ring that victory bell.
You got to ring it this week.
Yeah, so the crowd storming the field didn't get that opportunity. Have you called dibs then? And you guys take down the beast?
Ain't nobody ringing it for me. But me, we get that W Saturday, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to go out there and get this win. And we're going to ring that bell. Y'all going to see me yelling and screaming, ring the bell. So.